The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello everyone, we'll get started in just one moment. All right, I think we'll get started, and welcome and thank you all for joining us today. Before we get started, first of all, if you could look at your control panel, and there's a hand that you can raise when you want to ask a question. I want to make sure that everyone can see my screen today. If you can, kind of just raise your hand so that we can make sure that everything is good. I have Becky Rose helping me with the webinar today. Becky Rose, for several of you, should be a familiar name, as she is our support person for eduoneworld.org. So I think, Becky, we're good. And I thank Becky for being here with me today. So to begin with, again, I want to welcome you all to this tour of the new EduOne World. I'm Lauren Hart-Piper. I'm Vice President of Product Management and Marketing for Enterprise Hive, and we're the company that provides the platform that powers EduOne World. Our webinar today is scheduled for just 30 minutes, and we have a lot to cover, so I want to get started right away. First of all, I just want to give you a little bit of background in regards to EduOne World. So to start with, who we are, what we do. Here's our history. EduOne World was first launched back in 2008. It's hard to believe that so much time has already passed. And we launched EduOne World to really create a website or an online community where we could bring all of higher education together to help each other, to discuss important issues, and really focus on those technology trends. Today in 2014, we have a number of subgroups that are now managed and operate on EduOne World. We have over 40,000 members, which makes it the largest online professional higher ed community, really almost anywhere. Our subgroups include Georgia Best, the Aleutian Commons, Axiom, Tallahassee Community College, and these subgroups are moderated by those organizations. And again, Enterprise Hive provides the platform, HiveSocial, that powers these engagement areas and your online community. Now, over last weekend, we upgraded EduOne World to version 5 of HiveSocial. EduOne World was running on a past version, and in this new version of HiveSocial, we have built it and upgraded it based on enhancement requests that we received from you, our EduOne World members, as well as we based it on 4 unique pillars. First of all, we wanted to improve how you connect. Not only are we connecting people to people, but really more of that, people to information and information to systems. We also wanted to create an environment where people can learn from each other so they can get the information they need to do better in their jobs and your careers. As well as what's really new with version 5 is a reward. We wanted to recognize and reward you for your participation in advancing the community and higher education as we all come together to connect, learn, reward, and when we do this, then we can transform higher education. So let's get right in and take a look at the new EduOne World. You'll see that even the login now has a very unique look to it. This is from Harvard University, and periodically we're going to be changing the background that we do have for our login. And I'd like to put the invitation out that if you would like to have your campus be the background for the EduOne World login, contact me, and we'd love to have your campus be our background as people are coming into EduOne World. So here, as we are looking at EduOne World, the first thing that you want to see is that we have created EduOne World with a responsive design. So you'll see as I make my screen smaller, the navigation will change. We know you can't be tied to your desk or to the desktop. We need to have our information to be able to connect with our community on any device, any place, anywhere, anytime. So on a tablet, on a smartphone, on a notebook, on an iPad, here you're able now to have access to EduOne World. So that's the first enhancement that we've provided. Now, we also wanted to make it easier for you to find the groups in your area that you are engaged with and what's important to you. So in the groups section, you'll now have the capability to come in and see your groups, those that you are a member of, those that you've bookmarked, as well as be able to then even filter those down. Here we're looking at those that we've recently visited. Here are groups that we're members of, or groups that we've bookmarked, groups that are trending, as well as being able to go in and find groups alphabetically. Now, in order to bookmark these groups and indicate that these are your favorite, we've made it much easier. So you'll see that out of all of the groups that we have within EduOne World, we're able to bookmark so that I can just be displayed with those that are important to me, so I don't have to go hunting around to find those groups. Now, if I come to a group that I'm not currently a member of, let's take a look at the Axiom community. And again, some of you should be familiar with Axiom, and I hope you'll come and visit this community after this webinar. Axiom is a partner and has a Banner Digital Campus software with Ellucian for their automated data entry solution, and this is a great place for you to come and be able to get more information. But you'll see here that currently I have these new tabs, Become a Member or Bookmark a Group. We're going to start off with how to bookmark that group, so when I go back to my groups, I'll automatically be able to find this community. Very simple. I simply click. I've now have bookmarked this group. When I come back to my bookmarks, I will now see the Axiom community right within my bookmark groups. Going back to the Axiom community, you'll see here now that to become a member, if your communities are configured, however your moderators or organization has configured your community, when you become a member, you can now actually have more features and functions. So currently, I'm not a member of the Axiom community. You'll see here it says Become a Member, and you'll see with my drop-down toolbox, I have very limits of the types of functionalities that I'm able to do. Once I become a member, and because Axiom has configured this community to make it very easy for you to join, you can now see, now I'm able to post. Now I can actually come in and schedule an event, make an announcement. I can even post by email, invite people, as well as other functionalities within the platform. So here we've talked about the bookmarks, what it means if I become a member of a group, and using the tool icon to be able to come in and really now find the types of functionalities and features that I'm able to do within a specific community if the community has been configured to allow me to have those types of functionalities. So going back to our groups, we also, you'll see here I have my groups that I have bookmarked, but let's go into one of the EduOne World groups. As I mentioned before, we've also looked to make it easier to find people. You want to be able to find experts. You want to find people that share your interests. And we've done that in a number of ways. So using the people within this group, I can now come in and I can find all of the newest members who have joined. I can come in and I can also search for members alphabetically. I can come in and now I can find the top members or those experts. So when I come in, I can see those that are the highest rated. I can see those that are the most discussed and the most read. As well as if I just want to look for all users, I can now do a search on their profile and be able to use words or phrases or even a name to be able to locate those individuals. So how many times do we go to a conference or we've been at some meeting and we remember somebody's name? Oh, I remember it was Tim. What was his last name? Now we can come in, we can do a search for that, and we're able to find those individuals if they're a member of the community. Also, another way to easily be able to find our members is also through the profile. And I know that some of you use your profile, some have put basic information in. So here, for example, if I come in and I look at my profile and I want to find other individuals that have certain likes, certain interests based on how the profile's been configured, through hyperlinks, I can easily get a list of those people. So here, if I wanted to come in and I wanted to find other people that were just in New York, when I click, I'll get a list just in the same format of all of those people that have put New York in their profile. So your profile is very important to be able to complete and fill out so that you're able to find other people and be able to really connect and build your professional network. In addition, you also have the capability to determine which fields and how you want to share those permissions on your profile. So here with my permissions, I can come in and I can indicate who should have access to this particular section of my profile. Let me just go back. Also, we also encourage you to upload your picture. As you're working with other people, they want to be able to see who you are and the information that you have to share with them. It's much more engaging to be able to have a picture and see those that you're talking with, that you're looking at, that you're meeting with. So at this point, I'd like to open it up. Are there any questions so far in regards to the bookmarks, in regards to becoming a member, looking at your profile and finding people? Becky, do you see any hands raised at this point? All right. So those are some of the unique features that we have built right within EduOne World. We also have done some other features for you with the platform. And we have a major announcement that we wish to make. So let me go into the announcement and we'll go back into EduOne World. First of all, the first announcement that we want to make is that there's going to be a brand new community for you to be able to come in and be able to ask your questions in regards to the HiveSocial engagement platform. Here you can get peer-to-peer support, how you can use the platform, the different types of functionalities such as the calendaring, such as the wiki, the activity streams, being able to connect, and ask questions. Get tips and tricks, and share some of those best practices. Also, within this group, you're going to have direct access to Enterprise Hive product management. So we'll be able to take your suggestions, your requests for future enhancements for the platform. And here again, too, submit your enhancement requests as well as do more. One of our other announcements that we're very excited to bring is in regards to bringing the Tambellini Group and Enterprise Hive closer together. The Tambellini Group and Enterprise Hive are sister companies. And within the Tambellini Group, we also have some data services that we're able to offer within HiveSocial or EduOne World. There's the institutional technology profile. that you also have access to, where you can come in and you can be able to search for an institution by name and find the technologies that are on that campus. The Tambellini Group has the world's largest database of over 13,000 institutions that they keep track of on a daily basis and update technology that is running on their campuses. So a great way to be able to come in and find institutions and see what they're running on their campus, so now that you can easily connect. We also have another data service that will be coming out in the next week, and that group will be a vendor profile. We're creating a private community with a profile of all vendors and their solutions. You'll be able to come in and rate and rank, as well as provide a review of that vendor. Again, without having vendors in there to see what you're saying. It will be private and exclusive to higher ed. So in this vendor information community, there's going to be detailed profiles on companies who offer technology and service. They're going to be able to have quick access to finding those vendors who provide specific solutions. How many times do we get on listservs and say, is anyone using a recruitment solution? What is your experience? Now you can actually come into a community, search for vendors, read the reviews of those vendors, and find the people that are actually using that to connect. And you'll also be provided with analysis from the Tambellini Group in regards to these vendors and their information. Now, one of our other major announcements is that we want to make is there'll also be a free online community is available for institutions. So if you are looking for an engagement or an online community for a project such as a technology selection, maybe a software implementation, for example, Georgia Best uses EduOne World communities to manage their banner SIS implementation across 33 campuses, and they've been doing that since 2009. Maybe you have some faculty research. You want to bring your faculty together on a research project or even create a faculty network. Through an online community within EduOne World, we can help you support that. Maybe it's even department collaboration, student service project. What about campus renovations? A great way to be able to use the features of a wiki, file sharing, activity streams, to be able to connect and collaborate on your campus renovations and even professional development. So you can contact us if you would like more information. And this is where you can contact us. Now, let's take a look back at our EduOne World. Now you can come in and you can sign in. If you're not a member, being able to come in, sign up, finding the information that you need. So at this point, I'd like to ask, are there any other questions in regard to EduOne World? We will be sharing another webinar at the beginning of next week to be able to really show you more about our gamification that we have within the platform. So at this point, I'd like to thank you very much for joining us for our presentation. You will all be getting an email which will ask you for a quick survey as well as an invite into our community that is EduOne World Together, where you can come in, share, ask questions, and we'll be able to help you in your experience of eduoneworld.org. So I thank you all for joining us today. I'm so glad you were able to see our screens, and we'll be able to share more information with you in the coming days.